Horicon, Iola-Scandinavia, Iola-Scandinavia, Horicon. This is an audio test. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Goodman Diamond in Madison, Wisconsin for this Division IV state semifinal game between the Iola-Scandinavia Thunderbirds and the Horicon Marsh Ladies. Jason Zaleski here alongside Paul Jaglinski as we get ready to give you full play-by-play of tonight's Division
Number 28, Macy Heschke.
3. Thank you. Did I say that wrong before, Paul? Yeah, sorry about that. Division 3 state semifinal again between the Iola-Scandinavia Thunderbirds and the Horicon Marsh Ladies. Iola-Scandinavia coming in at 19-6 on the year, and the Horicon Marsh Ladies coming in at 21-6. The Iola-Scandinavia T-Birds making their first ever state appearance following its 6-5 triumph over Random Lake in the Appleton East sectional final. Thunderbirds placed second in the East Division of the Central Wisconsin Conference this season. Division 4. Thanks, Paul. I think I had it right the first time.
He did have it right. Just want to make sure everybody at home is set to go. We're getting ourselves set to go from a bearing standpoint. But a Division 4 semifinal. Winner plays Grantsburg for state title Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. That I can tell you.
I thought Paul gave me the stink eye after I said it the first time, so I changed what I said. All right. For the Horicon Marsh Ladies, they are now in their 9th tournament, state tournament, and first since 2019. Of course, there was no season in 2020, and Horicon not qualifying for last year's state tournament, which took place in Green Bay, but they had made 9 overall in the first since 2019. The Marsh Ladies won back-to-back Division 4 championships in 2018 and 19. They made 3 straight appearances that led to 3 Division 3 titles. 2 in 2002 and 2003, and a runner-up finish in Division 2 in 2001. The Horicon Marsh Ladies, the runners-up in the South Division of the Trailways Conference this season. They edged Boscobel 3-2 in the sectional final that was held at Horicon to earn this trip to the state title. Paul, just about time for National Anthem, but any thoughts as we begin to get ready for this Division 4 state semifinal?
Well, for those of you that are unable to go ahead and see the Brawl game down here, first of all, we've got an excellent crowd on hand. Iola is very well represented in a, what we call it, a highlighter yellow, but a very bright neon yellow T-shirt in terms of representing the state championship, and we've got a full section. And for the Marsh Ladies, a team with a very strong program, also a very full crowd. The field itself looks outstanding. There's a great jumbo video board kind of out front. Obviously, the home of the Wisconsin Badgers in terms of where it goes. Big key with this particular game is, as you get set, is that you want to go ahead as a coach. You want your team to feel as normal and to get as settled as possible, as fast as possible. Yep. So, from the looks of it, it looks like you've got 2 teams warmed up, set to rock and roll. We're going to do National Anthem, and first pitch, you're going to be ready to go.
Yep, first pitch coming up in about 5 minutes as they finish up starting or lineups and just overall player announcements here. The winner here will play on Saturday, and they're going to play against the Grantsburg Pirates, who took down Luther 12-4 final score, a game that, or 12-5 maybe it was, a game that finished just before this one. And why we are delayed, well, one, there were 18 combined runs in that game, or 17 combined runs, a pitching change, and just a game that just took a while. So we're a little bit behind, and that is to be expected sometimes in the state tournament, where this is, what, the 6th straight game here? Maybe game number 7 of the night? Maybe it's game number 7 already here. So for them to be only, at this point, 24 minutes off schedule, I think it's doing pretty good.
Both of these teams have waited all season long to get here. Another 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes doesn't really matter to them, Jason. I think they're just excited to go ahead and take the field. And that's exactly what we're ready to go ahead and do. So coaches are saying final words to their players. And before you know it, we'll be on the field ready for action.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, counting them up here, 5, 6. This is game 6 of 7 today with the very last well, I shouldn't even say that. So let's back it up a little bit here. Division 1, they played quarterfinals. They played 4 quarterfinals today. Those have concluded. This now is the second semifinal today. There is Assumption and Thorpe after this, which will be broadcast live right here, right after the game is done here. And then Barneville and Edgar tomorrow. So that's our setup. And then the D1s come back, and they play tomorrow, along with D2. So those all the. So tomorrow, another full day of state softball will be all semifinals tomorrow, and then championship Saturday after that. But for now, it's the Iola-Scandinavia Thunderbirds, the visiting team today. Those of you keeping score at home, they are the visiting team on the left-hand side of your scorebook. And the Horicon Marsh Ladies are the home team. They are completing their pregame warm-ups right now on field, and it looks like no national anthem here for this game. So we're going to roll right into it. I'm not sure exactly how they do that. We had a national anthem prior to the last game.
Second game of the session, I'm assuming that it just kind of rolls forward. So
one per session?
Yeah, so the 1-4 seed kicks off the session. But you know what? Thank you to all the men and women who have fought for our country and our service professionals. So it's one of those deals we'll honor them anyway.
We certainly will. And leadoff hitter is Jalen Sievertson for the T-Birds. I'll go through the starting lineups here for the T-Birds. I thought we were going to have anthem and had some time for that, but we do not, as Sievertson looks at a ball inside, and we are underway at 6:56 p.m. here tonight. Jalen Sievertson playing shortstop, Michaela Muck in center field, Maren Hoyard at second base, Alexa Kristoff is at first base, as Sievertson rolls this one over to second and picked there by Vorlob, and one up, one down on the 4-3 putout. I'll go through the rest of the starting lineups here, Paul. Maddie Muck pitching for the T-Birds, batting fifth. Maya Henschke catching, batting sixth. Chloe Timdahl in right field, bats seventh. Jana Cruza in left field, bats eighth. And Julia Munoz at third base, bats ninth for the T-Birds. This is Michaela Muck, the center fielder, in now, as Lizzie Gibbs pitching for the Horicon Marsh Ladies and pumps in a strike to Muck to start her first at bat in this, again, Iola's first ever state tournament appearance. So one out here as we play top of the first inning. Gibbs and hits the outside corner for strike two, and Gibbs has been throwing strikes here through the first two batters, and that's definitely a big key to the game.
Again, Jason, the shadows are starting to go ahead and creep onto the field here.
No balls, two strikes, and this one will be hit right into the Horicon section. Paul, I mentioned the folks in attendance here, Iola-Scandinavia more than doubling, though, the attendance of the Horicon faithful. And they're easy to see because of those highlighter shirts. The count remains no balls, two strikes from Lizzie Gibbs to Michaela Muck. Gibbs takes a look into the dugout, gets the pitch call, and now calls time as that pitch coming in from Coach coming in just a little bit later than she would have liked.
Really awesome to see the support of the Iola community. Again, their first trip to state. Great to see the community getting excited about it.
The 0-2 coming in is a ball outside. Yep, trying to get familiar here. I should have probably looked at this a little bit earlier. I thought we were going to have a little bit more time. This one is rolled over to third. The throw across the diamond is in time as Muck, the grounder, hit over to third, and third baseman Angela Buschke fires across the diamond to Halla Schultz for out number two.
Second baseman.
So two up, two down, and that brings up the second baseman, Maren Hoyard, and looking to get the T-Birds started here in the top of the first inning. Thanks, everybody, for checking us out today on the broadcast. There we go. There, now we got them all figured out. Yeah, the Marsh Ladies get their pitches called from Roger Schweely, the head coach of the Marsh Ladies, and the first pitch to Hoyard comes in for strike one. Now Gibbs ready and tests the outside corner and just misses outside. One ball, one strike here as, again, we play in the top of the first inning. Two up, two down for the T-Birds. This is the three-hitter, the second baseman, Maren Hoyard, and the 1-1 from Gibbs is bounced right to third on the hop. Buschke over, and it is a 1-2-3 inning here in the first. A ground out to second base, and then a pair of ground outs to third base, and that brings the top of the first to an end. It'll be the bottom of the first when we come back. Paige Beck, Emma Miller, Emily Buschke, live here from Goodman Diamond on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.com. rapidsrace.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and more than just awards.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
All right, back here live from Goodman Diamond as the Marsh ladies are batting here in the bottom of the first inning, and Paige Bach, shortstop, leading off for Horicon. Go through the Horicon starting lineup here after this next pitch from Maddie Muck. Muck looks in, winds, and delivers. This one is rolled foul up the first baseline. Paige Bach, Emma Miller, Angelica Buschke, Siri Reinwald, Lizzie Gibbs, Ella Vorlob, Mercedes Heller, Jamie Anderson, and Maddie Bach as the Horicon Marsh ladies go 1 through 9 in their starting lineup. And again, this is shortstop Paige Bach for the Marsh ladies. Here's Muck, winds, delivers. This one hitting a shallow right field. It's going to get down, and Bach's going to turn for two. The ball bobbled in right field, and a base runner is going to be Paige Bach on second base. We're going to give her a double as she ran hard as soon as that ball dropped into right field, Paul.
She did a really nice job, Jason. That was an outside pitch that she held her head in on, took a nice step, and just delivered that ball smoothly in the right field for a leadoff double.
Okay, so leadoff double for the Marsh ladies and the center fielder, Emma Miller. Again, Maddie Muck pitching for the T-Birds, and bunt shown and bunted foul for strike one for Miller. Emma Miller coming in on the season, batting .439. She's got 26 hits, 31 runs, 20 RBI. Slugging percentage just a bit under her average at .366. No one, and bunt is bunted down, picked at third and thrown across. That will be enough, though, to move Bach over to third on the sacrifice bunt.
Nice play by the third baseman. Came up on what was a nice executed slap bunt towards the third baseman. She fielded it clean, looked the runner back, threw it back first, but we still had an advancement. So both coaches get exactly what they want there. Iola's happy to take the out. Horicon's happy to advance the runner.
Big shout out to everybody watching back at home in Iola and Scandinavia and the surrounding area, as this is the third baseman, Angelica Buschke. And Buschke sees a strike come in from Muck. No balls and one strike. One out here as we play in the bottom of the first inning. And the runner on third is Paige Bach, a double, and then pushed over on the sac bunt by Miller. And bunt shown again, this Buschke, and she's bunted two foul now as Marsh ladies going for some small ball here, Paul, trying to push that run in from third.
Yep, absolutely. I also really like the pace that Maddie Muck is working at. She's getting her sign and immediately getting into it. Not really rushing, but it's got a good flow to it right now. T-Birds
manager Tom Anderson, see if he's got a plan for this. The 0-2 comes back, it's grounded back up the middle. That's going to be enough to score the run. It is a 6-3 putout, but it's an RBI for Angelica Buschke. And the Marsh ladies are on the board. They lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first with two outs.
The catcher, Siri Reinwald.
So we see Siri Reinwald, the catcher, come in, but Paul, we saw the sac bunt move her to third, and then just a nice hit up the middle of the infield for that run as ball one comes in for Muck.
I think it's a smart move. Anytime you can grab a lead early in the ballgame, that's a big momentum shift, especially at state. It helps everybody settle in. Well done by Horicon.
Clutch contact by Buschke. Again, she was thrown out at short, and now this one bounces in and hits Reinwald, so a two-out base runner as the pitch from Muck bounced in at about 55 feet and off the left knee. No harm to Reinwald, and she rolls down to first, and we're going to have a courtesy runner for the Marsh ladies.
Number 11, Sarah Frederick.
So Sarah Frederick will come in and run. Frederick running for the catcher, Reinwald, and she'll go back on, put the shin guards on, get ready to come out in the top of the second inning.
Be interesting to see here with two outs if coach decides to go ahead and send this courtesy runner to see if he can pick off second base. He's gone small ball. We'll see if he goes ahead and gets aggressive here with two outs.
And runner on the move on the pitch, and it's a stolen base. Stolen base for the Marsh Ladies.
Looks like that first pitch was called a strike by our umpire, so 0-1 is to count.
Thank you. And on pitch number 2, it's rolled over to short. The throw across is there in time. So another couple of plays by Jalen Sievertson on the infield as she retires the pitcher, Lizzie Gibbs, for the third out of the inning. We had 1 hit, 1 left on, and 1 run across in the first for the Marsh Ladies. Horicon leads Iola-Scandinavia here in the bottom of the first inning. Top of the second coming up next on Zaleski Sports.
Commit to always buckle your
Hey, it's Jeff Jenkins from the Milwaukee Brewers, here to tell you that before and after every Brewers game, get all your Wisconsin sports updates from Zaleski Sports. Zaleski Sports is your Wisconsin hometown high school sports network. Do it.
Don't let pain or mobility issues keep you from enjoying life. Let our physical therapy doctors and our staff at Roberts Physical Therapy help you recover your ability to move easily and live free of aches and pains, providing effective individual treatment plans. Whether you're experiencing problems with balance and mobility, you're experiencing pain in your low back, or you're dealing with any other physical challenges, we'll take care of you. For more information on how we can service your needs, contact us today.
All right, back here to Goodman Diamond on the campus of the University of Wisconsin, home of the softball Wisconsin Badgers, and first baseman Alexa Kristoff will lead off the second inning for the T-Birds. The pitch comes in from Gibbs and tries the outside corner and misses for ball number 1. Again, big thanks to everybody watching listening. There's no watching today, unfortunately. That's a real shame, isn't it? But listening in Iola and Scandinavia and surrounding areas, as this one is delivered into left field, and that's going to be a base hit to start for the T-Birds. Kristoff into left field for a leadoff base hit.
That's a really nice piece of hitting by Kristoff. She went ahead and took an inside low fastball and just had a great line drive out to left field. Kept her head in, pulled that ball. Got Iola on the board here. A base runner on base starts the second inning here.
Pitcher now, Maddie Muck, will come up. Kristoff stands at second. Gibbs with the pitch. First pitch swinging. This one hit through the middle of the infield into center field. Back-to-back base hits for the T-Birds. Runners on first and second with nobody out here in the top of the second inning.
Again, Maddie just went ahead and took that outside pitch up the middle. Took advantage of the shortstop. The shortstop was shifted over first and second. Now Iola's really cooking.
catcher.
All right, that'll bring up the catcher, Maya Heschke. And Heschke here with an RBI opportunity. She's got 26 RBI on the season. The sophomore catcher steps in as Gibbs checks the wristband for the pitch. Bunt is shown and bunted through for strike 1. Not able to make contact. We saw Horicon use the bunt effectively in the bottom of the first inning. That helped them score its run. Now the T-Birds looking to move runners with the bunt from Heschke.
If you're going to lay this down, you want to put it at the third base. It helps to go ahead and advance both runners.
Bushke ready for it, and this one bunted foul, and it's no balls, 2 strikes, and the bunt will be off now for the rest of this at-bat for Heschke. At third baseman, Angelica Bushke was playing about 35 feet from home plate up that third base line. Now she retreats to even with the bag, but the infield is in for the Marsh Ladies here with nobody out as we play in the top of the second inning. Gibbs ready, winds, delivers, hit into left field, and everybody's going to hold. It's going to be bases loaded on 3 straight hits to start the second for the T-Birds.
She says, don't worry, Coach. I know I didn't get the bunt down, but I've got this all taken care of for you in terms of where it goes. And she delivers a clutch single, and now the bases are full with no outs. Iola really in a great space to go ahead and even this contest up.
All right, so right fielder Chloe Timdahl is now stepping in with big RBI opportunities here and a chance to give the T-Birds a big inning here in the top of the second with bases loaded and nobody out. And right fielder Timdahl. And first pitch comes in high for a strike. A late strike call, but a strike call nonetheless for strike number 1. And again, Gibbs looks to the dugout and gets the pitch call, and a swing and a miss, foul tip Timdahl, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Who did Larry tell us was behind the plate? Do you remember who that was? I don't know either. Doesn't matter. So no balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded here, top of the 2nd inning, and the right fielder Chloe Timdahl. Here's the 0-2 off-speed pitch, left high for ball 1. Gibbs mixing up pitches. Again, she gets the pitch call from the dugout. That's Roger Schlewe in there calling all the pitches for pitcher Lizzie Gibbs. And again, Gibbs checks the wristband. Now the 1-2 coming back. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and there's 1 out in the inning.
You know, it's interesting, Jason, to see Horicon pulling their infielders in. I thought maybe they'd play back as early in the ballgame to see if they could get that double play, but they were definitely looking to come in and see if they can keep that run off the board.
So the strikeout for now keeps the run off the board, and this is Jaden Crusoe, the left fielder. Now going to take a look at Gibbs with the bases loaded, and pitch number 1 is away for ball 1. Jaden Crusoe coming in, 7 hits on the season, bats .194, has 3 RBI, but what a better time to perhaps even double your season RBIs than in a state semifinal. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled back towards us. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Again, Horicon has got their first and their second baseman playing significantly and definitely looking to go ahead and take away any kind of a run-scoring play at home. Third and short are a little bit deeper, playing more towards normal depth.
Also looking to take advantage of somebody batting .194 in the season. Another one fouled back, and the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes as Sammy Nelson is calling. I can see Sammy from right here as she's looking down media row, but she has looked the wrong way. Go there. Sammy's going to bring us SD cards so we can take some photos of the game. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here it is from Gibbs to Crusoe. This one is chopped on the infield, right back to Gibbs, fires home in time for the out, turn, and double play for the Marsh Ladies. The Marsh Ladies get out of the bases loaded jam as Crusoe bounces it on 1 hop to Gibbs. Gibbs fired home to Reinwald for out number 1, and Reinwald quickly down to first base to Hallis Schultz for the double play, and the inning comes to an end for the T-Birds. 3 hits, 3 left on, and no runs in the inning for the T-Birds. Score after 1.5. Horicon 1, Iola-Scandinavia 0 on Zaleski Sports.
Your fun headquarters in central Wisconsin. We offer a clean, family-friendly environment. Whether you come to bowl, eat, visit our pro shop, or just hang out, we'll show you what customer service is all about. We pride ourselves on serving excellent food at reasonable prices. Try our Friday night fish fry, or come out on Saturdays for our delicious homemade pizza cooked in our new stone ovens. Book us for your next party or event. Once you've been here, we know you'll be back. Whitetail Lanes, just north of Amherst Junction on Q.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Back here at Goodman Diamond at the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, home of the softball Wisconsin Badgers. You are listening to state semifinal action here on Zaleski Sports, and the leadoff batter, Ella Vorlob, takes the first pitch, hits it high in the air, and stepping on the outfield grass is Jayla Sievertson to bring it in for out number 1.
You know, Jason, that sun's in a really weird spot. The lights are on. The shadows are slowly but surely creeping across. That is a really nice play by the shortstop. It probably feels routine as you look at it and as you hear about it, but really a nice play back on the grass for her. As
routine as you can get at state, as this one comes in high. Right fielder Mercedes Heller coming in, and yeah, that's a real thing. We're going to talk with Paul a little bit later about the difference between regular season, playoffs, and state. But for now, 1-0, and this one is hit on the infield and right over the glove of Severson at short and into center field on the hard hit ball. That's a base hit in my scorebook for Mercedes Heller.
Oh, definitely a base hit. That's a hard hit ball kind of between the pitcher and the shortstop, and then it took a really high bounce, Jason, as well. It was not, it was struck so hard that it came up. It was above her glove, kind of above her chest, if you will, as it went in the outfield.
Designated player now, Jamie Anderson steps in with a runner on first. First pitch swinging and swings over it for strike number one. Anderson coming in as a senior, batting .364 on the year, does have 20 RBI, and a nice slugging percentage of .470, so she's hitting the ball. Is the DP Anderson. Now Muck, and this one is hit right at second, on the line, and over back to first. Double play, T-Birds, and that brings an end to the inning. So we had a double play to end the top of the second inning. Now a double play ends the bottom of the second. It was a line drive handled by Maren Hoyard, and Hoyard just had to turn and flick it back to first to Kristoff to double up Heller, who was halfway between first and second for the third out of the inning. 2 in the books. Our score remains Horicon 1, Iola-Scandinavia nothing on Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
All right, we come back to Goodman Diamond, getting ready to start the top of the third inning. It's the T-Birds coming to bat, 9-1-2. Julia Munoz, Jalen Severson, and Michaela Muck all due up for the T-Birds. And we say thanks to Iola's very own Community Insurance. Being an independent insurance agency means that Community Insurance, you get to shop and compare the best insurance options on your behalf to find the best combination of cost and coverage. Get a hold of Community Insurance in Iola for all of your insurance needs, and tell Dale that Zaleski Sports sent you. That's how we do it around here as Munoz steps in, and the first pitch from Lizzie Gibbs misses wide for ball number one. Munoz, a sophomore, hitting an even 200 on the season, has scored 9 times and batted in 8 in 2022. Again, Gibbs checks the wristband, gets the call. This one is hit softly on the infield, and that'll be caught over at second base by Ella Vorlob for out number one.
You know, Jason, softball is such an interesting ball game. Sometimes you lay down a bunt that it turns out that you end up at second base. Sometimes you go ahead and you hit a really hard-hit line drive like we did at the end of that last inning, and it turns out to be a double play. One of the things that makes this sport really unique and really wonderful.
Yeah, it's frustrating, exhilarating, exciting, and sad, and mad, and everything. Back to the top of the order now, shortstop Jalen Severson, and Severson watches one miss inside for ball one. Again, Severson coming into today as a junior, hitting .500 on the year. That's really good out of your leadoff hitter, and scoring 40 times. Just magnificent. This one hit into foul territory, being chased down and caught by the first baseman, Hallis Schultz. What a grab by Schultz.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Schultz went ahead and that ball was fading away from her towards the first base dugout. Went ahead and kept a beat on it and really caught it in her palm of her glove, and then had a second hand on it to go ahead and secure it. That's a really nice play.
Yeah, just ranging to her left over in foul territory, just tracked it well off the bat. Now center fielder Michaela Muck grounded out to third in the first inning. We play here in the top of the third. First pitch comes in as a ball from Lizzie Gibbs. Muck, a senior, batting .321 on the season, and looking for a 2-out base hit here in the top of the third inning. Here's Gibbs, winds, delivers, and strike one is the call.
Again, both teams seem to be really settled in right now. This game's got a really nice pace of play as we go ahead and we battle here in the top of the third.
1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Gibbs gets the pitch call and fires home. That one left outside, and Muck had an idea about it and then laid off. Would have been a tough ball to take a swing at. That was about a foot off the right of the plate. Here's Gibbs now on the 2-1. This one is hit on the infield and lofted to third, and an easy play by Bushke as a 1-2-3 inning, just like it was in the first, happens here in the third inning. It'll be Horicon coming up when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 17 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can get you rolling again. Sherrill Tire and Service Center is your locally owned commercial and farm tire specialist. Find us at SherrillTire.com.
All right, back here as we will begin action in the bottom of the third inning. Maddie Beck in the 9-hole, and then back to the top of the order in Paige Beck and Emma Miller for the Marsh ladies, and 1 ball, no strikes here, and we're going to have Paul explain the Marsh ladies in between hitters here and how that how that has transpired. This one will bounce, I think, off of the shoe of Maya Heschke for ball number 2. They are listed as the Marshmen in the program.
I think, Jason, when you win back-to-back state titles and you have 6 state appearances, I think you can call yourself Marshmen, Marsh ladies, anything you want. Just not Marshmallows.
I hope not. 2 balls, no strikes. Muck delivers. This one is hit into right field, foul territory, and lands in the grass in foul territory. It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike when Maddie Bach, a freshman, returns back to the batter's box.
One of the cool things about state softball action is that it's a 3-person umpiring crew. In that case, that ball fall down the right field line. First base umpire turned around and said, I got it, helped out on the line.
It's the third team on the field. Here's the 2-1. This one also hit up the right field line as that one will land into, I guess, what would be the bullpen if there was one out there. And this is, again, the 9-hitter Maddie Bach trying to go the other way with it, or maybe just not able to catch up to Maddie Muck. Here's the pitch. This one now hit into straightaway center, coming on, now a couple steps back, and out number 1, caught by Michaela Muck.
That was a really nice read by Michaela Muck. That ball came off the bat pretty hard, and she immediately took a step in, had a beat on it almost immediately. Really a nice play out in center field.
So back to the top of the order now in Paige Bach. Paige, a leadoff double to begin the Horicon bottom of the first, and later scored. And first pitch swinging, rolls this one over to second, and over to first in time, Hoyer to Kristoff for out number 2.
Hoyer again with another nice play, kept her head down off of a little in-between hop, didn't bother her at all, came up, made a great throw.
Fielder, Emma Miller.
All right, moving right along, 2 up, 2 down. This is center fielder Emma Miller. Muck ready, delivers outside for ball 1. Miller, a left-handed batter for the Marsh ladies. If I have it right, Paul, it's the only left-handed batter I've seen. Is we've seen both batting orders all the way through, and ran up to slap it and watches it go outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now to the center fielder Miller. My eyes may have deceived me, though. There could have been another lefty in there. This is the first one I can recall seeing. And slaps this one up third baseline and foul. And people back in Iola and Scandinavia are saying, oh, no, it's, so-and-so is left-handed. Zaleski, what are you looking at?
It's one of those deals. I always give a lot of credit to the third baseman in the softball game. That third baseman creeps closer and closer in for that left-handed hitter, and that slap is something you really got to be on your toes for.
Okay, so that is Munoz at third, a few steps in from the bag, actually about 10 feet in front of the base on third as a ball comes in from Muck. 3 balls and 1 strike now to the center fielder Miller, who grounded out to third, grounded out right to Munoz. Here's the 3-1. This one is hit up the first baseline and foul. An attempt made there by Kristoff, but that ball was outside the bag and foul.
again, that ball is called foul by the home plate umpire. Again, difference on the ball to the outfield versus the infield is that anything over first base called by the first base umpire. If not, anything in front of it is home plate.
Full count pitch and watched outside, and it's a 2-out walk issued to the center fielder, Emma Miller. That brings up the third baseman, Angelica Buschke. And Buschke had the RBI on the ground out back in the first inning that scored Paige Beck. And Buschke now coming up for the second time today with a runner on, this time at first. Again, Buschke batting nearly 500, 494 coming into today's state semifinal on the run, and it's going to be a stolen base for Emma Miller.
Coach going ahead and getting aggressive there, trying to get a runner in the scoring position. You got the lead, trying to go ahead and bust this game open to 2. In a low-scoring game, that extra run, that insurance run can play a huge difference.
Yeah, it's been a low-scoring game here as we play 1-0, bottom of the third, 2 outs. T-Birds trying to get out of it, and a swing and a miss as Buschke was well ahead of the off-speed pitch from Maddie Muck. So no balls, 2 strikes, and Muck and the T-Birds looking to deal with the 3-hitter, the third baseman, Angelica Buschke, and get back to the dugout, trailing just by the 1 run that they are now. Here's the 0-2. This one is hit on the infield, coming in and in foul territory. Not making the catch is Julia Munoz, but Paul, she hustled in, gave it all she could, just not able to quite get there in foul territory.
Yeah, a lot of ground to cover on a short blooper. It had some natural backspin, so it did get off the front of her glove, but it kind of rolled out forward. A nice hustle play by Munoz, unfortunately unable to secure it.
Now Munoz steps 5 feet in front of the bag at third, plays tight to the line at third, does Munoz. Everyone else in regular position on the infield. Here's the 0-2 again, and that one left low by Buschke for ball 1.
Also, I'd just like to point out that because Munoz was playing in, she had an opportunity to get to that ball. If she's playing at normal depth, she doesn't even get to that ball as well. So good positioning by Munoz there.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Muck. This one delivered into left field, going back and off the base of the wall. That's going to score Miller. Turning for second, now for third is Buschke. The throw comes in and safe. It's an RBI triple for Angelica Buschke as she hit that off the base of the wall to straightaway left field.
She really went ahead and squared that ball up. If that ball, the left fielder had really no shot at that. By the time that she looked up, all she could do was play it off of the wall. Made a great throw to third base. We had a bang-bang play. Umpire was in a great spot. Said that she just got underneath the tag, and now we've got a 2-out triple and a 2-0 lead for Horicon.
2 RBIs and 2 at-bats for Angelica Buschke. Now the catcher, Siri Reinwald, with Buschke at third base. Marsh ladies looking for more here in this inning. And strike at the letters to Reinwald. Again, Maddie Muck pitching for the T-Birds. Yeah, had Buschke on a 1-2 count, just couldn't get that third strike. Here's the 0-1. Coming back to the catcher Reinwald, and tried that same elevated spot, misses this time, and 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jason, this feels like an important spot for Muck and Iola to go ahead and keep that runner off the board, make this a 2-run game.
I believe that completely. I think you're spot on there. So Muck and the T-Birds still looking to get out of it. The 1-1, this one is hit high on the infield. Muck calls everybody off and makes the catch for the final out of the inning, but maybe a big run. We'll see as this one develops, but it's an RBI triple for Angelica Buschke after Emma Miller walked and stole second base. 3 innings complete here from Goodman Diamond. Your score, Horicon 2, Iola-Scandinavia 0 on Zaleski Sports. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. Right back here to Goodman Diamond, top of the 4th inning upon us. Marin Hoyard, Alexa Kristoff, and Maddie Muck as the T-Birds go 3, 4, 5 in the order. And as we wait for Marin Hoyard to step to the plate, remind you about Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select, and you are good to go. We bring Paul Jaglinski back in here, and T-Birds down 2-0. It's only the 4th inning, but you'd like to maybe see a little something, string some hits together here as we begin the 4th inning of play.
I think as coach for the T-Birds, you're feeling okay about it. You had an opportunity to score in the 2nd inning, had a hard hit ball that kind of took you out of the inning. In addition, you knew you had a score coming into it anyway, so I think you're in just fine shape here.
And I said string hits together, but they did in that 2nd inning. They led off the 2nd with 3 straight hits, left the bases loaded though. This one bounced over to 3rd and thrown across in time as Hoyer is retired on the 5-3, and the T-Birds first pitch swingers here in this one as well.
Absolutely. You know, I like the concept of going up there being aggressive. It's one of those deals they're taking good quality cuts at good quality pitches. Eventually they'll find some holes.
Good quality cuts, good quality pitches at good quality rates. Sounded like a commercial I read once. This is Alexa Kristoff. Hey, if you can't have fun, what can you have? As Kristoff, and that one stays out of the zone for ball 1.
If that was a steak commercial, I'd say it was well done, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe it's a little medium rare.
You know, maybe we can have one of those eventually. There's a nice steak restaurant up in Weston that probably owes us an opportunity to advertise their nice food there. As this one comes inside, it's 2 balls, no strikes.
Are you saying they wish they would go ahead and advertise with us?
They should be wishing that they do. It's Kristoff, again, part of that 3 base hits in a row back in the 2nd inning. It was Kristoff, Muck, and Heschke with 3 straight. This one is ripped foul and out of play down the left field line. Right into souvenir land, but soon the green or the yellow shirts will be on you asking for that ball back.
Again, unlike Major League Baseball, you have to throw those back in, unless, of course, you can run really fast. One of the two.
Here's the 2-1 from Gibbs, and out in front of it was Kristoff. They may have been a bit outside as well, but Gibbs took a little off, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Important for Iola not to press, just continue to be patient at the plate, swing at good pitches.
2-2 coming back from Gibbs, and swung on and missed. That was outside the zone, and Kristoff chased, and it's a strikeout. The 2nd strikeout today for Lizzie Gibbs.
Jason, to answer your question from earlier, our home plate umpire tonight is going to be Jim Schaefer.
That's okay.
At first base is going to be Larry Bookberger, and at third base down the line is going to be Chet Markham.
Perfect. Makes a lot of sense to me. So here are the Iola-Scandinavia people telling me, well, Maddie Muck is a left-handed batter, you ding-dong. So there she is in the batter's box on the wrong side, batting .400 this year. And first pitch swinging, that one hops over the pitcher's glove and right to second base, where it's handled there by Ella Vorlob. And a 1-2-3 inning. Iola-Scandinavia has succumbed to 1-2-3 innings in the 1st, 3rd, and now the 4th, as the 4th inning for the T-Birds comes to a quiet end. It'll be the bottom of the 4th inning. From Goodman Diamond, we come back. It is 2-0 Horicon over Iola-Scandinavia on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Back here to Goodman Diamond for the Marsh ladies. It'll be Lizzie Gibbs, Ella Vorlob, and Mercedes Heller as the Marsh ladies go 5, 6, 7 in the lineup. They have a 2-0 lead here as we begin play in the bottom of the 4th inning. Don't miss Fleet Farm's countdown to summer event. Save on everything for outdoor work and play, from lawn and garden tools to grilling and fishing gear. Save today. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. Got a nice Fleet Farm over there in WIAA, one in Stevens Point. Folks in the Iola-Scandinavia area got a couple choices to go check out Fleet Farm as the pitcher Lizzie Gibbs steps in.
Big brand new one down here in DeForest that you take a look
beautiful.
at. Again, it's the man's mall. If it's not at Fleet Farm, it's not worth having.
I wouldn't buy it. Here's Muck now as she throws right-handed and begins a ball to the at-bat for her counterpart pitcher, Lizzie Gibbs.
Starting to warm up behind us, you can see Assumption and Thorpe. That'll be our game coming up right after this one.
Yep, our umpires are conducting the coin toss and having their meeting down there, as this one is going to get rolled into left field for a leadoff base hit for Lizzie Gibbs.
Nice effort by the shortstop from Iola there, unfortunately just out of her reach. And Horicon will open up the bottom here of the fourth inning with an opening inning base hit.
Yep, dive attempt by Sievertson came up empty. Felt's Dairy, located at the Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy is a family-friendly experience serving your favorite cheeses, ice cream, meat, and more, all grown right here in central Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy open Monday through Saturday and 24/7 on Facebook.
Ella Vorla.
So this is the second baseman, Ella Vorlab, as Lizzie Gibbs came in to hit, and see if we've got a courtesy runner out there as a ball comes in. And number 12, is Libby Moss. So Moss comes in to run for the pitcher Gibbs down at first. A ball to Vorlab to start her second at bat here tonight.
You see quite a few coaches do that, Jason, in the high school game where you get a courtesy runner for both your pitcher and your catcher, which of course is allowed.
Runner goes, the throw down and out as she is gunned down as Heschke delivers to Hoyard and gets that courtesy runner, Libby Moss. We didn't know her long, and now she's out as the pitch came in and a stolen base denied by Heschke.
Really a nice throw that was right on the money to go ahead and get her on the second base side of it. Umpire ended up calling that a strike, so we've got 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning with nobody on base now.
There we go. And the 1-1 coming in from Muck, and that sails in for a strike. Again, 1-2-3 innings offensively for the T-Birds, and now the T-Birds looking to return the favor here. They did get Horicon 1-2-3 in that second inning. 1 out, and the 1-2 high for ball 2. Count even now at 2 apiece.
I like that pitch up high, again, way up ahead with the 1 and 2 count. Want to see if you can maybe make her chase something up at her eyes. Don't want to throw her too good of a pitch there.
Okay, here's the 2-2. This one hit right at Sievertson. A diving stab that comes out of her glove, and the throw over is safe. Oh, that was close. Sievertson almost hung on to the leaping attempt. Wow, that was close, Paul.
I'll tell you what, she had excellent reactions. She probably got 18, 20 inches up to go ahead and grab it. Now the umpires are going to go ahead and talk about it.
Well, Tom Anderson's coming out onto the field, and he's asking, did she hang on to it long enough to be considered an out? And the third team on the field is going to talk about that.
So again, one of the nice things with having 3 umpires is that you have an umpire in the B position over at second base that has a good look at it. You have an umpire at the home base position that can get a look at it. What they're talking about on the field here is she had it in her glove, if you would think about it at home, like a snow cone. When she came down to the ground, the ball came out. So the question becomes, did the ground knock it loose, to which point it would be a safe, or did she lose it on the transfer, to which point at that point it would be an out because she maintained possession of it long enough?
Well, whatever the outcome is, what an attempt by Sievertson. She was, 2.5 feet in the air. What a leap by Sievertson.
Jason, where it was hit over the shortstop's head, that ball was getting all the way out to the 218 marker. That was at least a double, if not a triple. So even if she doesn't get the out, to keep that runner at first base is huge. And now here comes our third umpire to go ahead and bring some information in. So all 3 umpires going ahead and talking about it. This is a great job by the crew. Want to make sure you get this call right because it's very important.
As we've said in all of our broadcasts, the officials are the third team on the field. They work in concert as a team, and they break their huddle, and safe remains the call, as they say that Sievertson was not able to possess that ball long enough to make an out, and Paul and I agree that's the right call.
Yeah, absolutely. From an umpire perspective, I give the crew credit for going ahead and talking about it, but I thought watching it live on the field, I just don't feel like she maintained it all the way down to the ground. That being stated, what an outstanding effort by Sievertson. It's a heck of a play to keep that runner at first base.
As Ella Vorlab, the second baseman, comes in, she popped out to Sievertson her last time up. Now a ball thrown by Muck, and 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on first, 1 out as we play here bottom of the fourth. Horicon leads Iola-Scandinavia 2-0 from Goodman Diamond at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. State semifinal, the 1-0. This one is grounded and over the glove of Sievertson into left field, and then booted in left field by Cruza. Around for home comes the runner, and it is 3-0 Horicon.
Again,
Paul's going to break that one down for us.
Again, that's a hard hit ball past the shortstop out to the left fielder. The runner on first got a great jump, rounded that base pretty aggressively to third. When the ball got bobbled out in the left, coach decided to go ahead and be aggressive, sent that runner home to go ahead and score. Again, pushing the tempo, now pushing it out to a 3-run lead. With that 2-run advantage, coach was able to go ahead and push the envelope. Coach Anderson from Iola wanted to go ahead and pull his team together, and let's talk about it for a couple reasons. One, after a fielding error, I think it's just good to level set. Two, Jason, as the way Iola has struggled to score, I think it's really important that they keep this a 3 or a 4-run game, with the idea in mind that if that goes ahead and pushes itself bigger than that, now you need a really big inning just to stay in it.
Yep, you certainly do, and I misspoke. That was Mercedes Heller with the RBI base hit. I had not scored my book after I was waiting for the official call on that line drive from Vorlob, and I forgot to fill my book in. So Vorlob comes around and scores. For those of you scoring along at home, Heller with the base hit put Vorlob to third, and then the E7 brought Vorlob home, and it's 3-0 Horicon.
Runner on second base, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yep, and then on the throw, Heller did move to second, and we've got a courtesy runner out there on second, and we'll see if Paul can nab us a number as the designated player, Jamie Anderson, sees a ball to begin her at-bat. Now the 1-0 from Muck. Fastball delivered. That's going to get down into left center. That one a one-hop off the wall. Around comes the courtesy runner. She will score, and it's 4-0 Horicon.
Another hard hit ball, this time off the base of the fence. And it's a scenario where Horicon has really done a good job going ahead and timing up Muck from Iola.
Yeah, they really have, and that one was tagged by Anderson as that one hopped the wall out in left center, and a courtesy runner will come in. This will be Grace Condon. And what that'll do, Paul, is that'll allow the designated player, Jamie Anderson, to come in and get all the high fives you can want.
And again, because she's coming in for the designated player, just to go ahead and correct the terminology at home, this is a pinch runner, meaning it's a substitute in the game, not a courtesy runner, which is what you get for the pitcher and the catcher, just again for those keeping track of re-entry and folks at home.
Of course, and Jamie Anderson still gets to bat and still is in the lineup as Maddie Bach here, the 9-hitter, will come in. But it's been a back-to-back RBIs here, and we are in a tight game, somewhat broken open here at 4-0 as we play in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 2-0 was fouled straight back.
Again, high school softball allows every player on the field to be able to go ahead and make one re-entry, whether you're a starter or not. So that's a lot of times why you see more pinch runners, more free substitutions when you look at that.
Thank you for that, Paul. Here is the 2-1 from Muck. This one grounded to Severson at short, looks the runner back and then tags her. She looked the runner back and then went to throw, and out is the call as Condon, when the ball was hit to that side. We'll go into some baseball or some softball basics here, Paul. Go ahead.
I'm just going to tell you, I think that's a really heads-up, smart, sneaky play by Severson. You know, she started off this inning by going ahead and saving that double. That time she has a great field, goes ahead and throws that, and then goes ahead and takes out the runner, which is simply outstanding.
So on the pump fake, Condon dead to rights between second and third. It's a fielder's choice that has Beck down on first with 2 outs. And now top of the order, the shortstop, Paige Bach, looks at a ball from Maddie Muck. Muck winds and delivers, and inside corner for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike as Horicon still batting here. Bottom of the fourth, they have scored 2 in this inning. Our score 4-0. And here's the pitch, and that one left high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
For those of you at home, my apologies. We now have the scoreboard right, so there is 2 outs, runner on first, 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-0 is the score. Horicon with the lead.
Way to go, Jaglinski. 2-1. Here it is from Muck, and inside for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike.
You know, Jason, I'm not going to lie to you. When we were 3 up, 3 down, this was a lot more easier. With all the action here, it's a lot to keep track of on the scoreboard here.
Well, T-Bird's trying to put an end to the action. Here's the pitch, grounded right back to Muck. Turns, fires to first in time, but a relatively big inning for the Marsh ladies as they score 2 on 2 hits in the inning, 1 error and 1 left on. Fourth inning is behind us. It is Horicon 4, Iola-Scandinavia 0 on Zaleski Sports. Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com. All right, come back here to play top of the fifth inning. 4-0 Horicon, Iola-Scandinavia coming to bat. Get comfortable this summer with Point Heating and Cooling. Point Heating and Cooling is your Lennox dealer in Stevens Point and Plover with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Sign up for planned service, get 10% off parts, and a reminder to service your furnace and central AC. Call Point Heating and Cooling 715-345-1979 and visit online at pointheating.com. Maya Heschke, Chloe Timdahl, and Jaden Crusoe do up here for the T-Birds, top of the fifth inning, and you begin to look at the scoreboard now, Paul, and the innings begin to get shorter, and the lead has grown to 4 as a swing and a miss by Heschke.
I think Coach Anderson is still telling his team over there, which is, ladies, we're still okay. We were going to have to score. Let's get ourselves a base runner, and let's build a little positive momentum.
Gibbs pitching here in the fifth, and the 1-0 is hit softly on the infield. Racing in from second base is Vorlov to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Nice basket play and reaction by Vorlov. Again, that's a blooping line drive that she came up and made a nice play on.
The beautiful Par 4 resort in Wapaka is home to 18 fun-filled holes at the Foxfire Golf Club, as well as a menu of delicious lunch and dinner options at the Par 4 Bistro. Get your friends, get your family, and head to the Wapaka favorite for dinner, golf, and overnight stay at Par 4 Resort in Wapaka as the first pitch is swung on and fouled by Chloe Timdahl on a spectacular catch by that bearded man on the first base grandstand.
Instead of you were normally say, who's that bad man? I would say, who is that bearded man with that makes a heck of a grab over there? Speaking of Foxfire, by the way, excellent golf course.
This one is hit, and a diving stab by Beck at short, and out is the call. A bang play for the second out of the inning, 6-3 for out number 2.
I'm not sure that radio is going to do that play justice. She went ahead, and that play was made where she went down to a knee going towards, from the shortstop towards the second base side, fielded it clean, and then she popped up and made a throw right on the money. An outstanding play that takes away a base runner for Iola.
Now Jaden Crusoe now, left fielder, steps in. Had an unfortunate bounce back and bounced into a double play back in the second inning and swung on and missed here. And Paul, good news though, tomorrow afternoon we will have full video highlights of this game. So those of you listening, thank you. And your patience will pay off tomorrow as we'll give you full video highlights of this game. Here's the 0-1 from Gibbs. Off-speed pitch out in front of it was Crusoe.
Yeah, you're definitely going to want to take a look at that page by Bach. Both shortstops in this game, Severson on the ball that she knocks down, and Bach on that particular play, have made really athletic, spectacular plays in this game.
Make a couple stars here, so when I cut highlights tomorrow, I'll have that. This one is going to get into left field. Crusoe with a 2-out base knock into left field.
And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for Iola. They needed base runners to try to go ahead and crack this egg. Crusoe with a nice, hard, sharp single to left field. Well done.
Egg Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. From loans to leases to crop insurance and tax and records, they have you covered. Contact Egg Country in Stevens Point to get started, as the courtesy runner here is Abby Iserman. So Iserman will come in and run for Crusoe, the left fielder.
And again, because it's the left fielder, it's a pinch runner, not a courtesy runner. Just making sure for those scoring at home that they have that right.
Just slap me on the back of the head when I say it wrong. Here's the third baseman, Julia Munoz. Munoz, and this one is hit right at third on the hop, and Buschke over to Schultz for the third out of the inning. So the Crusoe 2-out base hit leaves the runner stranded, and the top of the fifth has come to an end for the T-Birds. Our score remains Horicon 4, Iola-Scandinavia nothing on Zaleski Sports.
Whitetail Lanes is your fun headquarters in central Wisconsin. We offer a clean, family-friendly environment. Whether you come to bowl, eat, visit our pro shop, or just hang out, we'll show you what customer service is all about. We pride ourselves on serving excellent food at reasonable prices. Try our Friday night fish fry, or come out on Saturdays for our delicious homemade pizza cooked in our new stone ovens. Book us for your next party or event. Once you've been here, we know you'll be back. Whitetail Lanes, just north of Amherst Junction on Q.
All right, back here to Goodman Diamond, bottom of the 5th inning. Coming up, top of the order. It looks like, unless I missed something here, we shall find out. Let's first tell you about Maida Custom Apparel in Stevens Point. Maida Custom Apparel provides quality decorated apparel from your hometown schools and summer teams to corporate and team outings, along with promotional items and sporting goods. This will be the center fielder, the 2-hitter in the order, Emma Miller, in for the Marsh ladies, as that one sails wide, and it's ball 1 to Miller. Miller walked and scored back in the 3rd inning. Again, that was the RBI triple from Angelica Buschke. Buschke on deck now. And another one away. 2 balls, no strikes from Muck to Miller.
One of the things I really like about this ballpark, Jason, is that the Jumbotron is constantly feeding us information and trivia questions, which are really cool.
Here's the 2-0. This one is going to be hit up the left field line. It's going to bounce on the dirt and then over the fence and out of play.
A few of my favorites I've seen so far is that our very own Spash, Stevens Point High School, has the most WIAA softball state appearances. They've got the
18.
most. Yep, they've got the most.
Or
state
should
titles.
I have waited for that? Should we ask the people at home?
I was going to go ahead and see if the text chat was going to take a look and see how many appearances they had.
Well, okay, so I ruined that. But so how many state titles has Stevens Point won? That's the trivia question. Sorry, I ruined your big surprise, Big Daddy Adam Sandler. It's the 2-1 to Miller. Miller lays down the bunt, crashing hard from third as Munoz, and the throw is late, and it's an infield base hit for Emma Miller.
I'm not sure that you could position a ball any better on the field if you wanted to set it down than what Emma Miller just did in terms of getting that push bunt to third base. By the time the third baseman was able to come in and field that, she was about a step away from first. Really a nice play by Emma Miller.
Yep, it really was. So that brings up Angelica Buschke, 2 RBI already in this game. A ground out RBI and then a triple in her last at-bat that, again, scored Miller. Miller stands on first, and it's a strike called to Buschke. Dave watching. Let's go through these here. Stacy, Susan, Dave, Bryce, Donna. Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the broadcast today, making yourselves known to us, pulling back the curtain on who they are. And this one's fouled back, and it's quickly no balls, 2 strikes to Buschke. Dave says he's also watching the Stanley Cup, and I can tell you with complete certainty and some satisfaction, I have no idea who's in the Stanley Cup.
Well, they're actually in the conference finals.
Do you know?
And I know in the Eastern Conference, you got the Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning playing tonight, only because our Sam Decker has been following and has adopted the Rangers. So,
okay, and this one is hit high in the infield, over towards short. Severson calls everybody off, and the first out of the inning is recorded. So we got a runner, 16, they tell me. No, that is still Emma Miller. So never mind. Siri Reinwald now, the catcher. Coming up, she's been on base once, popped out back to Muck in the circle to end the 3rd inning. Now her 3rd appearance and a stolen base attempt. Head first slide by Miller, and she's in her 2nd stolen base today.
You know, again, Jason, one of the, first of all, I like sending Miller there. I think that's a smart move by the Horicon coach. But second of all, that 4-0 lead allows you the luxury of being able to go ahead and run it, because now that extra run would be a huge insurance run, because now you need to go ahead and score and load the bases in order to go ahead and get yourself back into this thing.
Yeah, Heschke has thrown out 1, but if you get thrown out, to your point, you're still up 4-0. Here's the pitch, and that one misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. But that's what you're saying. You can afford that, because if you do get thrown out, you've got a 4-run lead.
Yep. Again, you know, sometimes as a coach, you get the luxury of playing in your mind risk-reward. That is very low risk, very high reward.
The catcher, Siri Reinwald, batting, facing a 1-1 coming up from Maddie Muck. Muck looks in, winds and delivers, and this one is rolled right to Severson at short. Looks the runner back and across in time, and a lesson learned for the Marsh ladies. The runner on second, when the ball's hit in front of her, this time stays.
Jason, how old is Severson, the shortstop here for Iowa?
Junior.
She's a junior. She has really played an outstanding game today. She's fielded the position well. She showed great leadership on the field. That's an impressive young lady right there.
Yep, certainly is, as this is the pitcher Lizzie Gibbs coming up now. And after this pitch, I'll tell you a little bit more about Jalen Severson. This one is fouled right back towards that bearded guy, but instead now another bearded guy catches it. It's balls for beards everywhere at Goodman.
It's so much fun here to watch the crowd go ahead and field the softballs. There's boos when they drop them. There's excitement when they catch them. A little pose from that gentleman. It was great stuff.
And this one is hit under the glove of Munoz at third into left field. The run will come home. 5-0 Horicon.
That's a really sharp hit ball down the third base line. Third baseman tried to go ahead and make a play on it, but by the time she reacted, it was underneath her glove into left field. And that's where that stolen base really goes ahead and benefits Horicon, and now 5-0 lead.
Okay, so the RBI base hit for the pitcher Lizzie Gibbs. And we get runner Brianna Beekle coming in to run for the pitcher Gibbs.
And this is the same courtesy runner in the ball games as you take a look at it. So again, courtesy runner continues to run for the pitcher or the catcher each inning, or each time they reach base.
Second baseman Ella Vorlob, and the pitch out and no throw down. Yeah, it's a packed house here. Of course, we've got Assumption Thorpe coming up, so those fans have trickled in. A large presence from the Iola-Scandinavia area and a reasonable presence from Horicon. Here's the 1-0. But to your point, it's been fun to watch because the place is packed.
And really good energy. The Iola crowd, you can see that it must be the boys' baseball, maybe basketball team is up front with a good student section. So we've had some cheers. We've had a lot of good back and forth. A great high school environment.
Pitch comes in high. It's 3 balls, no strikes to the 6-hitter, the second baseman, Ella Vorlob. Again, courtesy runner down at first is Beckel.
Again, winner of this game, Jason, will go ahead and take on Grantsburg Saturday morning for the Division IV state title.
And it's a 4-pitch walk issued to Vorlob, and with 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Marsh Ladies. Michael Fry, listening from North Dakota, says, "Go Marsh Ladies." Yeah, he knows we're not joking with that name. It's a real name. It is a real name. And it's grown on me. I was a little skittish at first, but it's grown on me as the right fielder Mercedes Heller will come in.
It's just the Marsh Ladies makes me want to find some more names like that. It's just, sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah, that'll be the end of you. I got the mute button right over here. Ball 1 thrown by Muck as Heller with a couple of base hits and an RBI today. And a runner in scoring position as that one comes in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Heller with that RBI base hit back in the 4th inning. That ended up scoring Vorlob. And then she came in to score a couple batters later. And this one hit towards Severson, this time a leaping catch, and she double checks it in her mitt, and it is good. Severson playing shortstop. Ozzie Smith, anybody? Yeah, all right, the 5th inning has come to an end, and our score remains. Our score is now Horicon 5, Iola-Scandinavia 0. You're listening to WIAA State Softball from Goodman Diamond on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
Top of the 6th inning coming up here from Goodman Diamond, and the top of the order for the T-Birds, Severson, Muck, and Hoyard all due up. Central Door Systems serving all of Wisconsin with high-quality garage doors and accessories since 2004. which is maybe about the time this song came on they're playing here back in 2004. I'm not sure.
Have a little bit of that Ozzie Smith Wizard of Oz quality. Remember how he used to run on the field and do the cartwheel? And I always thought that was great. You know, it was one of those deals. I just wonder, like, how many times did he fall and hurt himself? For me, it would be the first time I would try it.
As it was shown, bunt pulled back. This one hit in foul territory, playable first base side, and right into the mitt of Halla Schultz. One pitch, one swing, one out in the top of the 6th inning.
You know, Jason, just a quick compliment to our umpiring crew tonight. Really doing a great job. It's a big honor for them to be down at State. One of those deals, a good reminder, if you are interested in staying involved in the game, visit WIAA.org to go ahead and get signed up, stay involved. All games, all sports team officials.
Michaela Muck now, the center fielder, sees a strike come in from Gibbs. Matter of fact, when you walk into Goodman Diamond, they've got a tent. You can just sign up right when you walk in. So if you're coming down tomorrow or Saturday, stop at that tent, find out what it's all about. Maybe it's for you. It probably is. Here's the 0-1 coming back, and swinging on an outside pitch that was out of the zone was Muck for strike 2.
Congratulations to the Assumption Royal softball team, or to the Assumption Royal soccer team, who went ahead and advanced to the sectional final today with their win over Lodi.
5-1 final score. Highlights later tonight on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. The 0-2 off-speed pitch now way out in front was Muck. Actually hit it behind her and into the T-Birds dugout.
They will take on the winner of the Northland Pines Washburn Bayfield game Saturday at the park at Wisconsin Rapids. That action will be carried live on Zaleski Sports as well, right?
So yes, it will be. That's the old Vilas Ashland County battle. Way up there, way up north, depending on where you're from. Michaela Muck, senior here, and looking to put on a good show here in this state semifinal. T-Birds trail by 5, looking for a comeback. Looking to start one anyway here in the 6th. Hits that one a ton, but pulls it straight foul and over the third base grandstands.
You know, Jason, I've often said you can't come back from being down by 5 runs after 5 innings if you don't go ahead and fall down by 5 first. So you got to start somewhere if you're Iola.
Glad you said that. You were practicing it all afternoon, so I'm happy you were able to unleash it. Here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it is from Gibbs. This one is hit on the right side. That'll get through into right field. It's a 1-out base hit for Michaela Muck.
Exactly what Iola needed. They just need base runners, and they need to go ahead and break that egg. Unfortunately, there is no 5-run play. What they need is to string together a couple hits, get a little bit of momentum going. Hitting is contagious a lot of times, you'll see. So, it's time for everybody to go ahead and catch that feeling.
Velocity Clubhouse offers private lessons, clinics, open gyms, and rentals of batting cages, hitting simulators, basketball courts, volleyball, and more. Up your game at Velocity Clubhouse in Stevens Point. Second baseman Marin Hoyard now, and Hoyard sees a strike on the outer third. We're going to keep an eye on Muck, but the corners are in for Horicon. We'll see if Muck wants to try to get in scoring position here, but as Paul said, you need to kind of take it one at a time. This one is foul. That's going to come off of Hoyard in the box for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes to the second baseman Hoyard.
Good job by the home plate umpire. Sometimes that's hard to go ahead and see, especially when a ball like that rolls forward. Again, did a nice job of making sure you can see that and killing that play immediately.
Okay, no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first. Pitch outside. Big secondary lead there from Muck, but does not go. Again, at first base, it's Halla Schultz playing about 6-7 feet in front of the bag at first. And down at third, a few feet in front of the bag, is Angelica Buschke. Corners in middle infield at double play depth. This one is squibbed over to the pitcher Gibbs, and Gibbs flips it over to Schultz for out number 2. Muck does move to second, 2 outs in the inning.
Advancing the runner is important there. Now a base hit will go ahead and get Iola on the board, most likely, which is a big step in the right direction.
And they've got the cleanup hitter, first baseman Alexa Kristoff, assigned to that task. Kristoff 1 for 2 today, a base hit in the second inning, struck out swinging in the 4th. Maybe for the T-Birds, they just need to see that 1 run cross the plate. This one is hit foul and will land in foul territory. But sometimes, Paul, you just need to see that first one. Kind of like in basketball. You're 0 for 5. You get to the free throw line, you just see that first shot go in, and then you're off and running.
Why are you looking at me when you say 0 for 5? Like
well,
you're remembering my career highlights? Is that what you were saying?
It's what I think about when I say those things. Here's the 0-1 from Gibbs. Outside pitch is hit into shallow center field on the outfield grass. making the catch for the final out of the inning was Ella Vorlob. So one hit, Michaela Muck. She is left stranded on second, and the T-Birds will need to search for their first runs of the game in the 7th inning. It'll be the bottom of the 6th coming up when we come back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Back here to Goodman Diamond, University of Wisconsin-Madison. Unhappy in your current job? Join the team at Monogram Foods in Plover. With 2 modern facilities and plenty of openings, make the choice to come grow with Monogram appetizers. It's Horicon coming to bat here, bottom of the 6th inning, 8-9-1 through the order. Jamie Anderson, Maddie Bach, and then back to the top of the order in Paige Bach. And the mission for the T-Birds here in this inning is to hold Horicon to 0 and then work to do in the top of the inning as they trail 5-0 here to start. Heartland Custom Homes is Central Wisconsin's premier home builder. For 50 years, Heartland Custom Homes in Plover has kept their mission of building better living for you and your family. Okay, Jamie Anderson now, as I just mentioned before, had an RBI base hit back in the 4th inning, 1 for 2 in today's game. Again, senior for the Marsh Ladies, batting .364 coming into today's state semifinal. And conversely, Paul, on the end for Roger Schweely and his Marsh Ladies, tack on 1 or 2. See if you can make it a little bit more unreachable in the top of the 7th for the T-Birds.
Well, Jamie's production with 15 runs scored and 20 RBIs on the year is a great spot to start. Again, Horicon has been pretty balanced throughout the lineup today. Up and down, they've had a lot of really hard hit balls. Iola's done pretty well to go ahead and field it just to keep it as competitive as it's been.
Third pitch of the at-bat comes in from Maddie Muck outside, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike now to the designated player, Jamie Anderson. And the 2-1 coming back and hits the letters up just a bit high. 3 balls, 1 strike, right at the top of the zone. It's been a nicely called strike zone today, and that one was called well as well. Just missed high. Muck coming right back, and this one is delivered into right field. Coming on and making a snow cone grab herself in right field is Chloe Timdahl.
Great grab by Chloe. You know, that ball was slicing away towards her on a really fast dropping line drive. Chloe came in, backhanded that, secured it, really made a great jump off the bat off it. Well played by the right fielder, Chloe.
Left fielder now, Maddie Buck. Step in, fly out, and a fielder's choice in the 3rd and 4th innings. Hits this one right back up the box, and it's a 1-out base hit for the left fielder, Buck.
Jason, I think it's officially safe to say that we are now playing underneath the lights here at the Goodman softball complex.
It's a special scene, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, home of the Badgers in the background, really bouncing off the lights. What a terrific experience for all these young ladies and coaches here at State.
Fatheads Rapids RV, just south of Wisconsin Rapids on Highway 13, where we know that life doesn't wait. Enjoy it.
Again, Jason, don't be surprised if you see Horicon try to go ahead and swipe second base. Again, we talk once again, it's low risk, high reward, especially if you can go ahead and tack that insurance run on.
This one is fouled, and see, no beard, no catch. He didn't catch. Now he hides his face too. He's disappointed in himself that he didn't catch that foul ball as the first by Page is delivered into the first base grandstands. It was also Tom Anderson coming out and aligning his defense. He does bring Munoz in from third, but first base not able to leave the bag because the runner, so Kristoff stays level with the bag. And pitch comes in. I believe it's 1 ball, 1 strike. I think they've got that scoreboard wrong out there. What do you think?
I just mirrored the scoreboard.
You just mirrored the scoreboard? Okay. Well, regardless, we'll find out, right? But this is the shortstop, Page Bach, and Bach hits this one, and that one's going to get to the screen and not get to the fans. Opie's 5-Star Lanes is your go-to for family fun. Bowling, birthday parties, pizza. Enjoy Opie's 5-Star Lanes in Post Road in Plover.
Been a long time since I've been bowling. It's one of those deals where it sounds like a fun time. Maybe we'll take the family go on Sunday.
Outside miss, and so we'll go with what the scoreboard says. Full count pitch coming up. Yeah, you go to Whitetail Lanes in Amherst Junction. You go to Opie's there in Plover. Folks from Portage County got a couple of great choices for bowling.
Where can Horicon buy some insurance runs here, which is what they're trying to go ahead and generate this inning.
And a low pitch is going to be ball 4, so the Bach sisters, maybe, I don't know, nobody told us, but it's a base hit for Maddie Bach in the 9-hole, and then Paige comes up and draws the one-out walk. Runners on first and second for the center fielder, the left-handed batting, Emma Miller.
Typically a balk is something you see in baseball. Bach must be what you're going to see in softball here. I like it.
Well, it's got to be one way or the other. And bunt shown and pulled back for ball 1. Polito's Pizza, home of the Big Slice, with locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Rothschild, and Wisconsin Rapids. Polito's Pizza is open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. and open late on Friday and Saturday to satisfy your after-party pizza craving. In Stevens Point, your Polito's Pizza is located in beautiful downtown Stevens Point on Main Street. 2 straight balls here to start the at-bat for Emma Miller.
We have a Polito's over in Wisconsin Rapids as well. Absolutely love a big slice of Polito's.
Here's the 2-0, bunt shown, bunted down the third baseline. Munoz there, throws, and late. Everybody is safe. It's going to be bases loaded for the Marsh Ladies.
Again, Jason, just like her last at-bat, Emma Miller is really a master of that bunt up the third base line. Munoz did everything she could, just like last time, to come in, field that play, made a great throw to first. But Emma Miller is so fast and places that ball down the line so well, almost impossible to get her.
So bases loaded with 1 out, right? So trouble for the T-Birds to begin with, and now with 2 RBI on the day, here's third baseman Angelica Buschke. Buschke, and delivers into left field. That's going to get down. 1 run is in. Turning from third is Paige Bach, and it is 7-0 Marsh Ladies.
That is a ripped shot right down the third base line over the third baseman's head, and that brings Coach Anderson out to go ahead and have a conversation.
Well, you got to try to calm down the troops again, because I can assure you, Paul, that meeting, or the word in the dugout before the T-Birds took the field here in the bottom of the 6th was, well, let's hold them to nothing. Now, that goal didn't happen, so now Tom's going to come out and set a new goal, and he may be setting a new pitcher. We shall find out. While Paul is taking a look at that, let's tell you about Spectrum Benefit Solutions. With offices located throughout central Wisconsin, Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. And this is going to be the third baseman now, Julia Munoz, coming into pitch. So Munoz will come in relief of Maddie Muck, as Tom Anderson realizes you got to hold him to 7, and more than anything, we got to get them out and get up to bat. But they're at 7 right now, and it can't be any more, I don't think.
Yeah, Jason, I really like the pitching change, bring in Munoz, just simply based on the fact it's a little different timing, a little different delivery point. Start it back over for Horicon. And again, if you're Iola, you need to get through out of this inning, and then nothing's really changed for you. When you started this game, you weren't going to win with 0 runs anyway. You knew you had to score. So when you get yourself out of this particular inning, then you get to the top of 7th, you got to get a base runner on, then you got to get another base runner on, and you got to score. We did a ball game in Mosinee the other night where, it was scoreless for the first 5.5, and then an offensive explosion happened. So it could definitely happen, but Iola's got to get out of this inning first with no additional damage.
So Munoz in the circle. She faces Siri Reinwald, and she spikes in a wild pitch. Everybody's going to move up a station. It's going to be Miller over to third, and Buschke will go down to second on the wild pitch.
1 ball, no strikes, runners on second and third, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Very good. That's the setup for the catcher, Siri Reinwald. Again, the pitching change. Julia Munoz to the circle, and Maddie Muck will take her place at third on the straight switch. Reinwald is 1 for 3 today in her third at-bat. Hits this one sharply into left field under the glove of a diving Jada Sievertson, and 2 runs will score. It's a 2 RBI base hit for Reinwald, and now the T-Birds are in a different kind of danger, Paul. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so in high school softball, there is what they consider to be a mercy or an end-of-game rule. So if you're up by 10 runs or more after 5 innings, the ball game is called. So that runner at second base, which is now a courtesy runner, Sarah Frederick, entering the ball game for Horicon, it represents the winning run.
The game concluding run as it is. Again, let's catch up on people watching online. Here we go. Gagu Giddy. John McClellan listened from forward. That's his username, Gagu Giddy. Charlene says, go Marsh ladies. Dave, yep, they're looking forward to volleyball. And Ed, or EC, sorry, we'll get to you in a minute. And Charlene, way to go Marsh ladies. And what do we have there? A stolen base, Paul, on the pitch?
Yeah, so we had a ball in the dirt. And we had a ball in the dirt, and the runner decided to go ahead and advance. Again, I think Horicon would like to go ahead and end this ball game at state. Make sure you don't take a chance in the 7th inning.
And EC tells us Paige and Maddie, the last name pronounced Bake. My apologies. So Paige Bake and Maddie Bake having big games today for the Marsh ladies. Thank you, EC, for the update.
Whatever they're doing, they're cooking something up good.
They're baking it, that's for sure. As this one is going to come in for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That hits the outside corner. And Michael says, check this out, Paul. He says, we're doing a great job. Yeah. All right, maybe enjoying some adult waters at home, but whatever it may be, thank you for the compliment, Mike.
Mike, thank you for the compliment. Thank you for going ahead and listening. Winning run now just at third base.
And this one is bunted fair territory, and that's going to do it.
No,
well, hold on. They're going to do it. Okay, Larry's going to come in.
Larry's going to come in and help. That ball actually hit the bat twice, which makes it a dead ball because you can't hit the bat with it twice.
So our home plate umpire called it fair to begin with. And foul is going to be the call and the correct call in that way.
And why is it a foul ball? Because she's still in the batter's box.
When it contacted her equipment.
Contacts the equipment twice. If she's out of the batter's box and that happens, she's out. It's still a dead ball, but just as an FYI for those clarifying at home. But you had a ball that bounced up off the ground and hit the bat again.
1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Game concluding run is at third. This one is hit to Munoz, bobbles it, throws it in the dirt, and the game is over as Horicon will take care of Iola-Scandinavia as the T-Birds season comes to an end here at Goodman Diamond. Again, highlights of this game, video highlights available later tomorrow afternoon on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. Congratulations to Iola-Scandinavia seniors Michaela Muck, Alexa Kristoff for their very good season here. They make a state tournament appearance to end your senior season. That's pretty good work, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, again, that's Iola's first state appearance in program history. What those young ladies have done is set a standard of excellence for the program that will be remembered and strive for years to come. You really, once you get over that hump and you get to state, that's a huge accomplishment. Obviously, everybody wants to go home with the ball, but that's a well-played game by Iola. Even though they didn't go ahead and force a run across, in the 2nd inning they had those 3 straight singles where they had an opportunity. Severson made some outstanding plays at shortstop, and again, just a very outstanding season for Iola. Congratulations to Coach Anderson and his ladies.
All right, you are listening to the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. NasonvilleDairy.com. Get your fresh cheese curds in Marshfield, Curtis, and at NasonvilleDairy.com. And as Paul just said, T-Birds had chances. They had the bases loaded in the 2nd inning. 3 up, 3 down in that 3rd, 3 up, 3 down in the 4th, and then sending 4 batters to the plate in the 5th and the 6th inning. And those opportunities never materialized for Iola-Scandinavia after that 2nd. And that bases loaded 2nd inning, Paul, ended with a double play. And the T-Birds may have just been a little bit stung from the plate after that double play in that inning. Definitely very possible. For Horicon, it scored 1 run in the 1st inning, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 1 run in the 5th, and then the big 5-run outburst in the 6th inning as the mercy rule in effect. The Horicon Marsh ladies are moving to a state championship game on Saturday, and they will take on the Grantsburg Pirates in that championship game. That game scheduled to start at 10:30 a.m. on Saturday. Folks listening from Horicon, we will not have that game, so you will need to be here to watch that game live, or Bally Sports, if you can figure out where to find Bally Sports. Good luck. If you can figure out where to find Bally Sports, you can watch that game on a TV or some sort of internet-connected device. So for Paul Jaglinski, Jason Zaleski here saying, have a good night. Again, congratulations to the Horicon Marsh ladies moving on to a state final, a state championship game Saturday at 10:30. We're going to go off air here for about 10 to 15 minutes and get ready for Assumption and Thorpe. And that game is scheduled to start 30 minutes from now. It will be on this YouTube channel, but we are going to go off air for about 15 minutes and bring you back for our pregame show at approximately 8:35 here from Goodman Diamond. 8:35 pregame show coming up for Assumption and Thorpe.